With these lights, it casts itself out there far enough where you can see the sign and you know that it's a reflective sign, so there's some form of caution, some form of information sign out there where you can start to adjust your speed, your driving habits, etc., to accommodate those situations.
They cover the road. They cover the width of the road. Instead of being tunnels down the road, they cover the whole width of it, and it just fills the whole road right up in front of you, and it's great. I really like this light. On low beam, it's like having a normal high beam and road lights on any other vehicle. So it's really awesome. It really is.
These fleet drivers and many others across the country have seen the superior performance of the Truck-Lite Custom LED headlamp. We talked with several members of the Truck-Lite development team to learn more about this revolutionary product.
I'm Brad Van Riper, Senior Vice President and Chief Technology Officer of the Truck-Lite Corporation. Halogen headlamps have been around since the early 1960s, and they became the standard of the U.S. trucking industry in the 1980s. But that was over 30 years ago. It's time for something significantly better in lighting performance. Welcome to your new standard in headlamp performance. A headlamp that applies the latest technology to give you a superior beam pattern. A headlamp that combines great forward vision with much better coverage of the roadside. A headlamp that is much longer lasting with significantly lower life cycle cost. A headlamp that will change the way you think about the safety of your drivers and the maintenance cost of your fleet. It's the LED Custom Headlamp from Truck-Lite.
This product really is a culmination of Truck-Lite's over 60 years experience selling into the heavy-duty truck and trailer market. In the early 1950s, Truck-Lite had an idea that really sparked a revolution in the lighting industry. Truck-Lite introduced the first ever fully sealed marker lamp that offered superior performance and also solved the long-time issue of short bulb life. From that day on, Truck-Lite has continued to offer leading-edge technology into the trucking industry. In 2007, we worked with the U.S. military to develop an LED headlamp that could withstand the harsh environments in Iraq and Afghanistan. We put over 300,000 lamps into those military arenas. The reaction we got was excellent to both the ruggedness and the effectiveness of our design. The positive response we got from the U.S. military took us from that arena to the U.S. highways. We started by providing the aftermarket with a 7-inch round, followed quickly by a 5x7-inch LED headlamp. These headlamps quickly gained a reputation of being superior to other typical halogen lamps on the market. So now, we are able to adapt this lamp to any of the OEM's custom headlamps in the market today. This will allow them to use our LED technology with their current design.
There are 3 key factors regarding the performance of LED headlamps: visibility, life, and current draw. Let's start with visibility. This side-by-side comparison works well to show how different the color is in the LED versus the typical halogen lamp. We use our in-house optics design, light tunnel, and laboratory testing equipment to carefully craft a bright, clean lighting color that displays truer color tones and is easier on the driver's eyes for long periods of time.
When a driver talks about headlamps offering better visibility, he is really talking about a combination of factors that include color, intensity, and beam pattern of the lamps. The reason drivers perceive a more natural and brighter light from our LED headlamp is due to the color of the LED and the intensity of the lights in the pattern. You can see here that a halogen lamp has a limited range of spectral distribution, and it peaks in the infrared range. That infrared energy creates heat, but not much light. The LED lamp does a much better job of balancing the red, green, and blue colors in the spectrum and reflecting them back to the driver. The result is a light that is much truer to daylight, and therefore drivers perceive it as easier on the eyes. That light can play a key role in keeping drivers more alert. Researchers have confirmed that darkness causes our body to generate melatonin, and that's what makes us drowsy. Truck-Lite LED lamps produce a light spectral wavelength that is rich in melatonin inhibitors, and that can make drivers more alert as they drive. How drivers perceive lighting effectiveness is really about the light coming back rather than the light shining out. Get the balance of color and intensity right, and the result is a bounce back that provides great clarity and less glare. Final element of visibility is pattern. We want great forward distance, but we want as much roadside coverage as possible without affecting the eyes of the oncoming drivers. We get this by precisely controlling the pattern of the LED's projection.
These overhead comparison views really show the superiority of LED technology. Note the color and pattern of the halogen lamp. There is a gap between the vehicle and the forward pattern. The color is yellowish, and the width of the light doesn't extend much past the berm of the road on the side. Also notice the length of the pattern in front of the truck. Now see the same section of the road with Truck-Lite LED headlamps. The color is whiter and more intense. The driver sees the light all the way back to the front of the truck and much farther into the forward distance. And the side-to-side pattern is much wider, which will provide more reaction time for drivers when animals or other vehicles enter the truck's path from the side. So in brightness and color and pattern width, forward distance, and the peripheral vision coverage, the LED headlamp is an all-new level of performance. This night sequence shows how the vertical plane of the LED lamp is controlled to handle oncoming traffic. One of the things we noticed right away in our testing was that our drivers were not getting the typical flashbacks from oncoming drivers who were bothered by the intensity of the light in their eyes. We had plenty of high-definition illumination, but the flat nature of the beam kept the lighting out of the eyes of the other drivers. We worked hard at getting the light on the road and not in the eyes of the opposing drivers. That's a pretty big deal, especially in a Class 8 tractor that tends to have a pretty high lamp placement to begin with. We also need to control the horizontal pattern. We know that our test drivers consistently talked about the superior roadside coverage of the LED lamp. That can mean all the difference in seeing potential hazards approaching the roadway at night. Take a look at this comparison of typical halogens and our LED. You can see why the drivers like this pattern so much more. And we don't want to forget the importance of light pattern in bad weather. Light disperses in the water particles as you drive through the rain. Get the pattern right and you get more forward visibility. Get it wrong and you have more reflection than clarity. We call that dazzle in the business, and dazzle is bad.
The second element of headlamp design is life. LEDs are a great solution for both longer life and consistency of illumination. A typical halogen bulb high beam will last for about 320 hours. An LED can last for up to 30,000 hours. LED sources are both shock and vibration resistant. That means longer life and no maintenance requirements. But another way to think about this is in terms of miles. At an average of 30 miles per hour, a lamp that lasts 30,000 hours means that that lamp can last up to 1 million miles. The other element of life is the ability of the lens to resist clouding and hazing. We actually worked in development of a new lens coating we call Diamond Shell 2.0. This is the first time that this coating has been used in a headlamp application. It is specifically designed to withstand the lens hazing from UV light and from chemicals. Our testing confirms that Diamond Shell 2.0 will allow for proper distribution for a longer period of time than other coatings. And that's important to meeting customer expectations over the life of the lamp.
We talk about vehicle integration. There are 2 points here: physical adaptation and current draw. We've shown you the aftermarket lamps and our ability to integrate LED technology into the vehicles of today. Point 1 of integration is we will work with any OEM to integrate LED technology into their product line. Point 2 of vehicle integration is energy savings. LEDs draw up to 50% less current and provide consistent light level within the voltage variation. The key point here is more amperage is available for the truck designers. While energy savings is important for the truck OEMs, they also need to know that LEDs perform well over their entire life. Think about it. A 320-hour halogen bulb is down 20% at 160 hours. LEDs, however, only lose 10% output over 20,000 hours. This means that LED technology maintains lighting effectiveness over a longer period of time. The life of the vehicle.
The Truck-Lite Custom LED Headlamp creates an all-new standard for truck lighting. It significantly raises the bar on intensity on visibility, on color and pattern. It offers million-mile maintenance-free performance. It integrates easily into both new truck and aftermarket applications. And with its Diamond Shell 2.0 coating, it will keep the night clearly lit for years to come. We'll see you down the road.